Okay, welcome to the class of mathematics, Basidi. Okay, so today's lesson we are looking at this question on the chalkboard under quadratic equations. The diagram below shows a sketch of the graph. This is a graph. Y is equals to x squared plus 3x plus 2, passing through the points A and B. Okay, so we have this point. So that curve is passing through these points A and B. Okay, through the points A and B. Then find the coordinates of A. Here, you find the coordinate of A. Then of B. So we are going to find the coordinates of A and B. Okay. Then minimum turning point. Okay. Minimum turning point. So we have to find the minimum turning point. So this is the minimum turning point, which is this one, right? Because it has the concave is downward concave. Okay, it has curved downward. So as a result, the turning point is the minimum. So now how are we going to answer this one? So start the coordinates of A and B. We have the quadratic equation here. So for us to find the coordinate of A, we need to actually find the x-intercept. Okay. Okay, x-intercept. Now how do we find the x-intercept? We are going to make y 0. Okay, then we find the value of x, and that will be our x-intercept. Okay, so now we are saying the x-intercept, we have x squared plus 3x plus 2 equals 0. So we are going to make y 0 for us to find the x-intercept. So now from there, we are going to use to find the value of x by using factorization method. There are different methods that we can use here. We have completing square method, we have formula method, we also have factorization method. Now factorization method is the simplest one. So it's the one that we are going to use. Okay, it's the one that I'm going to show you. So factorization method, there are these things that you must know. So let me use this other part of the body. Then we have first we have sum, then factor. Okay. So for product, we need to multiply the coefficient of the first term, which carries the square power, times the constant. So the when we say 1, the coefficient of x squared is 1. So 1 times 2, the answer is 2. That is product. Then sum, we just pick the middle term, with the coefficient of the middle term, which is 3. Okay. Then factors, we should have 2 numbers. Okay, so those 2 numbers, when you add them, we should have 3. Then when we multiply those 2 numbers, we should have 2. What are those numbers? It's 1 and 2. Okay, 1 and 2. Because when we say 1 times 2, we are going to have 2. Then 1 plus 3, 1 plus 2, we are going to have 3. So those are the numbers now we are going to write this time around. So we are going to say x squared, then plus, there now we are going to write 1, the factors. So 1 will be x. Okay, then plus, then 2x, then plus 2 equals 0. Okay, then from there, we are going to group them like this. Then we factor out. We factorize now. So what is the factor, or the common factor of this one is x outside. Then we remain with x plus 1, because x into x is 1. Then plus, common factor between these two is 2. Okay, then here we remain with x. Then 2 into 2, it's 1 equals 0. Okay, then from there we are going to group them. So x is x plus 2. Then we have x plus 1. So this x plus 2, we get this x plus this x, that is the 1. Then the x plus 1, you just get 1 because these that are already inside the brackets. Then equals 0. Okay, then from there we can say x plus 2, which is this one, equals 0, or x plus 1 equals 0. Okay, so here we are saying x is equals to 0 minus 2. We are finding this one. Then x is equals to negative 2. Then the other one is x is equals to negative 1. Okay, So now looking at what is our A between these two values that we have. Our A is x is equal to -2. That is the one. Okay, because x is equal to -1 is this one. Okay, so now that we have found the A, so our A, according to the question, is equal to -2. So the value of A is -2. Then we come to B, the value of B. So for B, we are going to find the x-intercept, I mean the y-intercept. So for y-intercept, we need to make y 0, or I mean x 0. So y is equals to x squared plus 3x plus 2. So y-intercept, so our y-intercept is 2, because here we are going to say 0 squared plus 3x, where there is x 0 plus 2. So this is 0, then plus 2, because this is also 0. So we are going to have 2. So the y-intercept is 2. So this equation intercepted y on the point P, which is what? 2. So our B is, according to the question, so B is what? B is equals to 2. Okay. So we have found the points A and B. That is how we find points. Then from there, we come to the other question, which is to minimum turning point. So we find the minimum turning point, which is this one. So we have the formula for minimum turning point. So we have the formula, turning point is equals to negative B over 2A. Okay, so we get back to the equation that we have. What is our A, our B? So this is the equation, it's here. So this is A, this is B. Okay, so the coefficient of B here is 3. So where there is B, we are going to put 3. Remember, there is already a negative there, over. Then we come down. Okay, denominator. What is our A? Our A is 1. Okay, so this will be negative 3 over 2. Okay, which will give us negative 1 over 2. Okay, so that is x coordinate. Okay, now that is the turning point. Okay, the axis of symmetry is negative 1 over 2, which is negative 1.5. That is here. It's negative 1.5. Hence the answer. Since they have just asked us to find the minimum turning point, not the coordinates of the turning points. So if they added coordinates there, we would have gone on finding the what? The value for y. Okay, where you are going to substitute that one throughout, then you find y so that you put the coordinate. So the answer there is just negative 1 over 2. That is our answer. So thank you so very much for paying attention and understand. Okay, before I leave my presentation, let me first of all finish the question. We still have the question B, which is different from what we have here. Okay, because this is how exams are being set. They always give a question down there, which is mostly an equation, okay, like the one that we have. So solve the equation. How do you solve that equation? Okay, so we have 81 minus 27 power x is equals to 0. Okay, so the first thing that we are going to do here is we are going to correct the terms here. So this one will separate them. So 81 is equals to, we have 0 here, then this will come this side, then plus 27 power x. So 81 equals 27 power x. So now what do we do for us to remain with the x? Okay, since we are solving for x. So there we have to make, we need to go back now to the rules of indices, where we are going to try by all means possible to make these bases, this number, the base that we have, to be the same, so that they can be cancelled out. Here the base is 81, the other side the base is 27, and they are not the same, so we need to make them. So how are we going to make those bases equal? We need to write this one in an index form, even the other one, where we are going to have the base which are equal, okay, between these two. So for this one, I think the the way we can write 81 in an index form is by saying 3 power 4 is same as 81. Then this one is 3 power 3x. Remember that is 3 now. We need to multiply with the power which is already there. In this case, we have a variable which is x. So we are going to say 3 times x. It will give you what? 3x. That is where this 3x is coming from. Okay. So this side, if you try to multiply 3 times 3 times 3, 4 times, you are going to have 81. Then this side, if you try to multiply 3 times 3 times 3, 3 times, you are going to have 27. Okay. So that is the way to go. Once you are done that, it is very easy now that you can find the value of x. What you do is you just cancel these two. Okay. So after cancelling this, you are going to remain with 4 this side, then equals this side, you are going to remain with 3x. Okay. Then from there again, you say 3x, since you want to just remain with x, divide by 3 both sides. Okay. So here you cancel, you remain with x is equals to 3. Here you can write now 3 into 4, it's 1 over 3. Okay. So the value of x for this question, the value of x is 1 whole number 1 over 3. Thank you so very much for following. Keep going through this work that I'm giving you. Otherwise, it will really help you during 2025 GC exam. Thank you.